record. Start. Okay. Tonight is going to be, well, I'm not going to keep you very long. I just want to kind of go over some goals. It's the beginning of December. We're ending the quarter and we're looking into the new year. So this is a really, honestly, this is a really busy time for us. And a lot of people start to be really lazy and lax in their business because it's the holiday. And they think, oh, it's the end of the year. You know, I've worked hard all year long. I'm just going to kind of take a step back and now wait for after the holidays to kind of regroup. And I can't tell you enough that that is the wrong thinking. That you have to change your mindset, because right now is the time that you should be plugging in the most. I understand family commitments and holiday commitments and all of those things, and I respect all those things. But those things can be worked around your Plexus business. And that's the beautiful thing about this business, is that we can do it from anywhere. We can do it from our phone at our kids' game. We can do it on the couch. We can do it while we're cooking dinner. You can, post on Facebook, check an email, voice text. There's a lot of things that we can do that are very simple and very easy, but we're still doing income-producing activities and we're still getting things done. I know for me, I want to start the new year out with a great preempt. So I want to have a great December and slide right into January and give the pace of my business that big jump and that big go. Because if I have a lull in December, and then I go into January in a lull. So I don't want that lull. I want to jump right out of the gate in the beginning of the new year. So that means I want to have a really strong end of season. There's Odie. End of season. So I don't want you guys to sit back right now. I don't want you guys to say, okay, I'm just going to kind of, see how it rides out for the next couple of weeks or whatever. I don't want you to do that. I'm really encouraging you guys to grab everything possible in this month of December and make it worth your while. Sponsor as many people as you can into your business this month. This should be a sponsor month, sponsor, because you want to bring all those new people into the new quarter with you. You want to bring them into January, and that's one of our busiest months. It's the start of our busiest season. So if you're getting a lot of people into your business this month and getting them trained and getting them excited, they're going to shoot right out of the gate in January, and it's going to give you a huge momentum in your business at the beginning of the year. It's our job as ambassadors to do a few things. Okay, when we join this company and we sign up as an ambassador, we do have a policies and procedure. We do agree to that policy and procedure. So we say, I am going to be an ambassador. I'm going to uphold the character and the responsibilities of an ambassador. And there are some responsibilities. When you sponsor into your organization, when you sign someone, I don't care if you have one person on your team, you're responsible for that person. They've trusted you, they've followed you, and they've listened to you, and they've joined you, and so they're looking to you to be a leader. So you don't have to be an emerald to be a leader. You don't have to be jewel to be a leader. You're a leader the moment you sign your first ambassador, okay? And a lot of time, we don't know what to do with our teams, and so that's a learning curve. You have to learn to train, you have to learn to encourage, you have to learn to be a leader, because some people aren't naturally born leaders. They're not sure what to do. But there's times in our business that our upline or our sideline or someone in our organization has to hold us accountable. And tonight I'm going to do a blanket accountability, and this isn't directed toward any particular person. This isn't directed to a leg. This isn't directed to anybody specific. This is directed to everyone on my team. And as an Emerald Ambassador, I have the responsibility to make sure that you guys are taught how to work the business, are trained on the products, are trained on the compensation plan, and are also being responsible for your downline. Because when you sign someone, you are taking them on as an ambassador, and you owe it to them to give them that training, give them that encouragement, and give them a leader. And, sometimes life can get in the way, and I understand that. When I joined this company, I was a wholesale customer, and I didn't care about the business. It wasn't something that I wanted to do, and I didn't have any idea what I was doing or how to do it. So I understand sometimes when you get in this, you don't really know what you want to do. You're not really sure. But I can tell you that once you sign that ambassador, it's your responsibility to make sure that they're successful. And I kind of want to hold you accountable to that, because I have some leaders in our organization, in my downline, that have established a team. Maybe it's a silver, maybe they're a gold ambassador and they have 20 plus people. Maybe they're senior gold and they have a really large team, or a ruby or a senior ruby. I don't care what rank you are. If you have one ambassador, I'm speaking to you. And I really want to encourage you that if you build an organization, if you have people come on your team and follow them, don't walk away from this. Don't decide that you're not going to do this anymore. Don't disappear. Don't become MIA. Because you know what? You're leaving someone that trusts you to flounder and not to know what to do. And when you're a leader and when you're setting a pace for your business, you're setting a pace for your ambassador's business as well. Can you guys mute yourself, because someone has really bad background noise? I think it's one of the people on the phone. So when you have an organization and you go MIA, you say, I don't have time. I get busy, and it's 1 or 2 days you don't work your Plexus business, and then it turns into a week you've been gone. And your team is like, what's going on? They're like, okay, I don't see my leader. She's not posting. I haven't had a team call. She's not checking on me. And they start to, they become frantic. They don't know what to do, especially early on, guys. And so when you're a leader, and if you have one person on your team, you're a leader, you have a responsibility to your downline, okay? And so I'm noticing that there's some key leaders that are MIA. They're not working their business, and their teams are suffering because of it. And so as your Jewel ambassador, I'm coming to you and saying, hey, I totally get the fact that there's things going on in your life. We all have families, husbands, wives, children, maybe other jobs, maybe there's something going on in your family. And if that's the case, if there's something specific going on and you need help, I want you to reach out to me and let me know. Or maybe I'm way high up here in your tree, so maybe you can go to your upline, your direct upline, or your upline's direct upline. You need to reach out to those people, because if you don't, your team is going to suffer. And what happens when you don't have a leader, people don't stay consistent. They don't know what to do. They get worried, they get frantic, and then they stop working the business. And so because you made a choice to not be a leader, and you made a choice to not work your business, if you have a team of 20 people, guess what they're going to do? They're going to follow exactly what you've done. And they're going to walk away from the business. They're not going to post on Facebook. They're not going to be getting on a team call, because they're following you. Allison Bro says it all the time. A leader, your team will do exactly what you do. If you're not producing, if you're not working, if you're not posting on Facebook, if you're not getting on a team call, if you're not having a meeting, if you're not attending a meeting, your team will not do any of those things either. So it's your lead that your team is following. So if you want your team to stay together and you want your people to be productive, you have to be consistent in this business. Inconsistency is the death of network marketing. You will lose everything that you worked so hard for if you're inconsistent, period. That's just the way it is. And I see that it's happening across the board and with several people on my team. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if something specific's going on. But if there is, I want you to reach out to your upline's upline, and me, whoever, and let us know. Because if we know, we can then in turn reach down to your downline and say, hey, Susie Q is going through a really tough time right now. She's got some other priorities she has to take care of, but I'm here. Amanda's here, or, Jenny's here. We want to help you. So if Susie Q can't be there for you, we will be there for you, and we are your next, upline for you to, come to if you need help. They need direction, and teams need direction. And it's very, very easy for a leader to be inconsistent for just a minute and things start to crumble. So I really, really want to encourage you that if you're a leader in this company, if you have signed a downline and you have a team, I really encourage you to stay consistent. And if you cannot, if there's something, if you choose not to, if you don't want to, you don't have a desire to, or if something's coming up and you're unable to, please, please, please reach out to your upline and above and let someone know, because I don't want people to fall by the wayside. I know a lot of people in my downlines, way down in my downline, that I work with on a consistent basis. They're not making, I'm not benefiting from points, I'm not benefiting from their PV, but they're on my team and I want to work with them. And so I do, because I know something happens and there's a break in communication with whoever signed them. And so they've reached up to me and I've reached down and said, okay, come on, let's figure this out. Let's get you plugged in and get you motivated and working. But sometimes if your upline doesn't know that that's going on, they may not be reaching out all the way down into your downline. Does that make sense? So if it's, a level 7 for me could be a level 1 or a 2 for one of you. And so I may not have that, close of a relationship. So I may not know that, you're not working your business or not being consistent. So that person falls off and I could have saved them if I would have known. Okay. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I really just encourage you guys, as a leader in this company and as someone who has recruited people to follow you and join your team, you have an obligation to those people. So if for some reason you can't withhold that obligation, you need to make sure you're letting someone else above you know. We have a fantastic team. I am very blessed that we have a lot of solid leaders, particularly on my team in this company. I have several Jules. I have several senior rubies and rubies and just solid leaders. So there is no excuse for anybody to feel like they don't have a leader. It may not be your direct upline. It may not be your 1 or 2 uplines, but there's someone, I promise you, that you can look up to, reach out sideways to, and that they will help you with your business. And I want everyone on my team to realize that, because I don't want someone who's hungry, someone who has the vision that I have, to not work this business and not benefit because they didn't have an upline. Okay. And I was that person. When I joined Plexus, the lady who signed me was a friend of mine. We worked together at the hospital. She was really new into the business. She was kind of like me. She was kind of just dabbling and seeing what she was going to do with it. So when I started, she quit. So she signed me within like 2 weeks. She wasn't doing anything. It wasn't something that she wanted to pursue. So she didn't know any of her uplines either. So she didn't really know who to tell me to go to. So it was like a cluster. I was like wandering around like in no man's land. I had no idea what I was doing. And because I had the desire and I had the vision and the passion, I reached out and had to find people on Facebook that were in Plexus. So that's really how I kind of branched out to find the jewels in this company, because I easily could have said, okay, Christy's gone, so what do I do? And I did kind of for a while. I said, okay, I don't know what to do, so I just won't work my business. And I didn't work the business. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no support. I had no leadership, no guidance. And I wasted an entire year that I could have been working the business had I had someone say, hey, I'm your upline, I'm this, I'm that, I'm here for you. And had that support. So I don't want that to happen to anyone on my team, because I can relate to that. And so it's important to me as leaders on my team that y'all are duplicating my leadership. Y'all are duplicating, encouraging your downlines, encouraging your leaders to make sure they're consistent with their downlines. And if they're not, that y'all as leaders are reaching down into your downline and making sure that those ambassadors are taken care of. It's very important to me. Amy Kosmolsky, she's a diamond. She said in her diamond documentary that she would not be 100% satisfied with her career in Plexus until every one of her people on her team that wanted to be a jewel were a jewel. That's her goal. Like, she wants everyone that has the desire that she has, the same goals and the same desire she had to go diamond. She won't be fully committed and happy until all of those people are with her on the stage as a diamond. And that is exactly how I feel about my team. I want y'all to catch that vision, and a lot of you have. And I see that. And so I want that to fall down all into our downline and say, hey, We have a vision. We have goals. We want to do this. We want to go to the top ourselves, and we want to bring you with us. We won't be happy and we won't be content until all of our downlines are where they want to be in this company. And so that means we have to put in the work. That means we have to be faithful. We have to be consistent, even when it's not easy. You can easily trust me. I have 5 children. I have a grandson. I have a crippled husband right now. My house, honestly, I think it's funny because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, you're so organized, or you're so, your life is so great." And I laugh my ass off, excuse my language, because I'm the most dysfunctional person. My life is completely unorganized. I make dinner at 9 o'clock at night sometimes. My kids don't have a bath before they go to bed. I got to wake them up early so they can get a bath before school. My laundry is always piled in the laundry room. It's never completely done unless some miracle of God's happened, So I know that things happen and that life happens, but somewhere in that chaos of mine, I find the time to work my business because it is my heart. It is what I want. It's my passion. It's my desire. It's something that I have just set as, a goal of mine. This is what I do. It's my career. It's not just something I do. It's my career, and I want to see it through, and I want to build leaders and create leaders that also see it through, that are consistent and are faithful and are doing everything that they can for their downlines. Does that make sense? Okay. So
Definitely.
yeah, the easiest thing for to happen in someone's business is doubt, okay, and inconsistency. And let me tell you, the moment that you become inconsistent on Facebook or any other social platform, everyone will notice. I promise you. You will have 100 friends on your Facebook that have never liked a Plexus post ever in your entire year or two that you've been working this business. They've never commented, they've never spoke to you about Plexus or even acknowledged that you worked Plexus. But I can promise you, you become inconsistent, you don't post for a week, 2 weeks, a month goes by, and that's the first thing they're going to say. I knew that was just some fad she was doing. I knew she would never stay consistent. I knew that was a scam. That brings doubt into people's mind, and that's not what we want. We want people to see us consistently working in this business, consistently blessed by the fruits of our labor, posting on Facebook, doing a team call, talking about your downlines on Facebook, encouraging your friends and sideline jewels and sideline teams on Facebook, because consistency. So people see that and say, you know what, she may be annoying, her Plexus post may be annoying, but let me tell you, she's consistent. She's 100%. There's no doubt in my mind that, Kelly is with Plexus. There's no doubt in my mind that she's working this as a business, and that's her passion. No one can say otherwise, and I make sure of that because I want everyone to know that I'm 100% all in, 100% committed, 100% faithful, and I'm going to see this through until I'm diamond and beyond. And so right now, this is a pivotal moment in a lot of your businesses, and especially y'all as leaders. If you don't toe the road, if you don't stay consistent, if you don't set a precedent in your team will not do it either. And you won't bring leaders up that are doing the same thing as you are. You'll have inconsistent leaders. You'll have leaders that start and quit. You'll have ambassadors join and drop off. And that's not what anybody wants. Part of network marketing is that we are dependent on other people. Our paychecks are dependent on other people's actions. That's the nature of our business. So I want to do everything I can to secure my paycheck and my livelihood by doing my job. Does that make sense? So I want to make sure that my team, they know the products, they know the business, they feel supported, they feel loved up on, they feel acknowledged. Those are the type of things that will build those people's belief and help them qualify every month. Give them the push to go sign a new ambassador. When your downline feels secure, when they feel loved up on, when they feel acknowledged, it makes them want to work the business more, and it makes them want to bring other people into the business as well. So I just really, really, really want to just call to account everyone, including myself, all leaders in our team. I want us to make sure that we are being faithful and consistent in giving our downlines what they deserve when they sign up under you. Okay? And being consistent and being available and being transparent and being honest and working hard is our responsibility. It's what we signed up to do when we signed in mastership. We said, we will bring people into this company. We will teach and train them. We will guide them and give them every tool necessary, everything that we can to bring them success. And so that's what I'm challenging y'all as leaders. I'm saying, if, something's going on and you can't do something, call your buddy, call another, a friend. Say, hey, Amanda, I'm going through something at home. I feel like I need to take a little bit of a break, but, can you check on my ambassadors this week? Can you do a team call for me? Can you just kind of be there to float around for the next week so I can get myself together? That's what we do on this team. We support each other. That's the one plexus. That's being a good team. We want to help each other out. And I know, because I know all of you, a lot of you personally, that's the type of people that you are. So if someone says, hey, I'm going through a rough time, I need you to help me, help, reach out, say, hey, I got you this week. Go take care of what you need to do. I will check on your ambassadors. I will host your team call. I will, I'll make sure I'm answering questions. I'll post in your team page, whatever it may be. Make sure you're reaching out to your friends, your sideline teams, and your downline, making sure that you have someone there to cover for you when you can't be there. And it can be me. If you, like I said, tell me, and I can take up that slack for you. But consistency in business is make or break. And so I really, 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 as a leader for y'all, I want to make sure that you know how important consistency is in this business. And we are dependent on other people's actions. So we as leaders can't wait until the 25th of the month to ever talk to our ambassadors. Okay? If you're one of those leaders that does nothing all month long and then you're messaging all of your team, why aren't you qualified? What are you doing? Are you going to get your 100 PV? You know what your team is doing? They're flicking you off is what they're doing. Okay? They're like, where have you been for a month? Where have you been? You haven't checked in with me. You haven't talked to me. You haven't trained me. And you're asking me why I'm not qualified. I'm telling you, that's what happens, because they think you're only wanting them to qualify so you get paid. And that's not the case for most of us. We do want them to qualify because we do want to get paid, but we want them to qualify so they can get paid. That's the desire of my heart. Yes, I want a paycheck, and yes, my paycheck is 100% dependent on my team. My rank advancements, everything is based on my team, my downline. So I want to make sure that I'm giving everything I possibly can to my downline so they feel more for me than just money. It's more, I'm not just concerned with them, it's about qualifying. I've checked in with them for 30 days every month, and at the end of the month, I'm not just waiting to see if they've qualified. I've talked to them, and I've offered them 3 ways, and I've encouraged them, and I've sent them a little email, or I sent them a little text and said, hey, I hope you're having a great week. Is there anything I can do to help you? I'm not waiting until the 25th or the 28th and saying, are you going to qualify? Are you going to get your 100 PV? Because that's not what a leader is, okay? A leader isn't an end of the month, are you going to qualify? A leader is product knowledge, 3-way calls, team calls, online meetings, opportunity meeting leaders. There's things that we just have to do as leaders. It's our responsibility. So this call tonight in part was just an accountability call, and it's not for one person, it's for everybody. It's just to say, hey, this is what we need to be doing. Please make sure you're doing it. If you're unable to do it, reach out and let someone know. And trust me, I know that a lot of you bust your butts. I know a lot of you are 100% all in. You are going to be on that stage and convention in Las Vegas, and you are going to Maui, period. And I know that. You guys have proven yourself. I have fantastic, amazing leaders on the team. And a lot of you already know all of these things, and it's not for you, but maybe you have someone in your downline that you can think of right now that's been MIA. Maybe there's someone on your team that has come to you and said, hey, I don't know where my upline's been. She hasn't said anything. I don't really know what to do. I don't feel like I'm trained. So maybe you can go and encourage them and say, hey, you know, part of my job as your upline is to hold you accountable, and do it in love, and do it in a way where they feel encouraged and they feel respected, but hold them to accountability, because we all need accountability. I need accountability. Trust me. I have my girlfriends that are diamonds and sapphires and emeralds. They tell me like it is. We are all friends and we have a great relationship, but if I'm not doing what I need to be doing, if I'm slacking in one way or the other, I can guarantee you Allison's going to call me and say, girl, what are you doing? You know, when's the last time you had a meeting? Did you do your team call? She's an upline to me, but she's also my friend, but she's still going to call me to account. She's still going to say, hey, are you giving 100%? If I'm upset, if I'm saying, man, I really want to promote, or I really want to, you know, grow my business, I really want to sign people, but I'm not taking care of and maintaining and managing the team that I have, and I'm not growing leaders up in that team already, I mean, what's the point? You know, it's duplicating and being accountable and responsible for the downline that you do have, so they in turn duplicate you, and they do build a team and continue to grow, and you advance, they advance, and everyone's happy. So accountability is just part of this network marketing. Sarah Marble is huge on accountability. She talks a lot about accountability in her coaching course. The 2 coaching groups that I just finished were their design and setup was from Sarah Marble, and they were excellent. And it was, I mean, the whole 6 weeks was about learning and growing, but it was 100% accountability. It was like, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to do it, and if you don't do it, you're out of the group. You know, it's like we don't have time and the energy in this business to pull people by the coattails or by the short tails. We can't pull people and make people do it, but we can give them the tools. We can train them. We can be consistent with them. We can be there for them and give them all the tools necessary for them to be successful. Then it's in turn up to them to be successful. But if you are not there, if you're not being a leader, if you're not encouraging them and giving them the tools, then that's not okay. And that's what needs to be fixed. So as we go into this last month of 2015, I want you to set big goals. I want you to set enormous, huge, out of the park goals for the new year. Leslie Zan talks about setting big goals. And why wouldn't you want to set a big goal to give you motivation and excitement to reach those goals? Big goals, okay? So think about closing out December, finishing this month strong. This is your last quarter of your business. You're rolling into the new year. How do you want your new year to roll out? Do you want your new year to roll out lazy and sluggish and on a lull, or do you want to be on fire, burn up December, and start flaming through January? Because I know for me, I want to go flaming through January. I want to finish out strong in my last quarter of the month or the year, and I want to fly into January on fire, excited, and ready to have an awesome first quarter. So goal setting, huge. For the next several weeks, the holidays are coming up, and then it's New Year's Eve, and then boom, we're in January. So before the holidays, I want y'all to set big goals for yourselves, for your team, for your personal life, your personal growth, anything that you can. I want you to set big goals. Okay, think about them, but by let's say the 20th, I want you to have those goals written down. I want you to think about what you can do, what steps of action you can do to actually reach those goals. Write those down too. So if your goal is to go, you want to rank up 2 more ranks or whatever, figure out how many people you need, how many people your team needs to get you to that rank. Figure out how many people you need to get to silver. Figure out how many people you need to get to gold, and then start working on it. get your lists out, get your team's lists out, start going through those lists of people, start getting them into three-ways, start talking to them about Plexus, and get them fired up and take them into the new year excited and ready to rock. So do y'all hear my heart in this, in the accountability part? I'm trying to do it lovingly and say, I know you guys are awesome. You guys, a lot of you, this isn't really relevant for you, but there are some that needed to hear this and that will watch this and needed to hear it. And I say it from a very pure heart because I love and adore each and every one of you, and I absolutely understand that things come up, but I want you to be the best leaders that you can be. I want our team to stand out in this company. And I feel like we've already established that. I feel very confident that my team has the character. They've proven in their sales, they've proven in their sponsoring that they have the vision. And so I want y'all to create more leaders in your downline that have that same vision and produce those same things. So the encouragement and the accountability is with the most loving heart because I want the best for y'all. And like I said, I have to do it too. I have people holding me accountable and making sure I'm setting big goals and making sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing. So it's just a loving accountability to get you guys on the right track. Maybe you need to hear this, and this is exactly what you needed to say, okay, I'm going to shake off whatever's going on, and you're going to blow out December. You're going to have the biggest December that you ever had. I'll be happy if that's you, and you just needed to hear this tonight, and you know that you need some help, or there's avenues that you think that you could benefit from some training or some one-on-one with me. Please get with me. Call me, text me, Facebook me, or whatever. Let's set a plan of action for y'all to fly into January and feel super confident about going into January. Do you guys have some goals that you've already set that you want to share with your teams tonight? Anybody? Can you guys hear me? So my screen's frozen, so I hope you guys can hear me. Anybody?
I do.
There you go.
So, I want to help more of my level 1 through 3s duplicate and get to silver. It seems to be really important, obviously, but it's something I really want to focus on this month and hope to gain a little more momentum to go into Sapphire in the first quarter of next month.
Awesome. That's awesome. And that we know, and I'm going to talk about this on my team call tonight, but we know that the power of 3 and getting people to silver is absolute crucial key in our development as we rank up. We must be producing, duplicating, we must be getting people to silver. It's just part of how we rank up, and it's so important. So the more people that you can help get to silver, the better. So that's an awesome goal. Anybody else?
I had a question, Kelly. I signed up, oh my gosh, I don't know, 5 or 6 actually ambassadors.
Okay.
But then 4 of them ran into financial difficulties.
Okay.
So what I want to do is say, if you can't afford it yourself, but you know a product works for a certain ailment, whatever, I want to be able to say, try to sell that item alone. Even if you can't purchase it yourself, try to push that. Is that an okay way to go to somebody who...
That's exactly what you should be doing. I mean, for me personally, when someone says, I don't have the money, I feel like they're the ones who need this opportunity the most, because this business is so lucrative and you can change the face of your finances in a very short amount of time. So the people that say, I can't afford it, I feel like should take the bull by the horns and work this business the most, because you can get 2-3 customers and get your own product paid for and make some money. So really, it's not like you have to go out and make 1,000.
Right. So that's what I thought I was going to start emailing and saying, okay, I know you don't have $50, but you know what the Slim does. So that was what I thought would be. I didn't know if that's a good thing or not, but to say, all right, they may not qualify, but if they can get one person to try the Slim, that might be enough to start their business, because that person may end up getting somebody else. That's what I'm trying to say is, don't worry that you don't have the money. And no, you may not get paid that next month, but you never know what that one person trying Slim might do for you.
Yeah, and I mean, the
So
thing is you can sell, one or two customers, and they've already qualified. So they don't have to purchase anything, and they can still make a paycheck. They don't have to purchase anything. They can go out there and get sales, sign a couple ambassadors, you can get paid every Friday. If you needed to and you have a desire to make money, you can go out there and sign new ambassadors, have people join your team, and make a paycheck every Friday from welcome packs. So there's a way to make money, but you have to be willing to do what it takes. You have to be willing to put the effort out. But some people don't know that. Some people don't know, I can earn a paycheck and not buy the product. Yes, you can. I've had people sign up, could not afford the product, used the product for like a month. It just didn't have the money. So they worked their business for 3 or 4 months, got to silver, started making money, and then they had their products paid for. So there is ways around that. Yes, so that's a great way to train.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was,
when I signed up, I didn't sell any product. I found out I was pregnant, so I chose personally not to take any product, but I didn't share that with anyone. I just continued to work my business and didn't take the product for like a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people do. I mean, that's...
So, okay, that's good. That's what I want.
Yeah. And trust me, I understand. I've been broke before, and I know that sometimes people really legitimately don't have the money. But this business is so simplistic, and it really can be extremely lucrative. And it doesn't take knowing a bunch of people. It doesn't take being a salesperson. It just takes consistency and a belief. You can believe yourself, believe in the products, and believe in the company. You can market these products. You can market to perfect strangers on the internet all day and never know a soul, and sell the products. You can sign ambassadors that you've never known and never met before. It is possible. I built my business to emerald. The first year that I was an ambassador, I was only silver because I wasn't really working the business, but I got 3 people. I didn't know those 3 people at all. They were customers. And I didn't know them as customers. I posted on a yard sale page. I got 3 customers from the yard sale page, and I turned them into my first 3 ambassadors. So no one even knew I was doing the business. So it is possible. You can work this business, you can make a paycheck and not have to put money out.
And I thought that would be the way where they could at least start, and then at that point, maybe they'll get 2 people to buy the Slim. They make their 100, and then, hopefully they can get a 3rd person, and then they can start because these are people that want to use the product. It's not that they don't.
Yeah.
It's that they are really not in a financial position to do so. So I want to say, well, don't feel that you can't still sell it. You can still sell it. They don't need to know that you're not using it today. You have used it. You know what it does.
Exactly.
So just push what it did to you. That's what my goal was, and I didn't know if anyone had used that avenue at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's diamond ambassadors. There's several that I can think of right now that were broke. Like their husbands forbid them to buy the products because they didn't have the money. But they joined as a wholesale ambassador because they wanted to get the cheapest price, and they could barely afford just their own products. So what they decided to do, they decided to go out and share the business, share the opportunity, and they got people to join them even though they weren't using the products. They had used them before. They had a taste of the products. They knew they loved the products. They knew the products worked. So they used other people's testimonies to bring those people in and get them to start the products, get them to try the products, and get them on their team. And they built to diamond from doing that. So, I mean, it's not, there's ways around finances.
So I think that maybe that's something if you'll put on the team page that, worded in a way that if you're can't buy it yourself, still reach out. See, I haven't reached out to them because I know they financially do not even have $60 to spend per month.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to reach out to them and I'm going to say, you did try it. You absolutely loved it. You wish you had the money. So go push what it did for you when you could afford it.
Yeah.
So now I'll do that. Now, I mean, because I have, 9 people, and then they end up dropping out, and then I get another one, and then another one drops out. I'm like, are you kidding me? I have 10 people, and now I'm back down to 2 again,
Yeah. And,
So, but
that's the thing. I mean, you have to get people, and that's the key point is you have to be talking to people. You have to be knowing what they're going, what they need. What are they struggling with? Is it product? Is it they can't afford it? Is they're not having success? You've got to be talking to people and figuring out what's stopping them from becoming successful. And if it's financial, that's reality sometimes. And so you're going to say, okay, I understand that you can't afford it. I totally understand, but I'm going to show you a way for you to afford it. I'm going to show you if you go out and if you find 1 customer, 2 customers, and 1 ambassador, you can have your products paid for. So go out there, find 2 customers, get other people that to try the product, get one of your buddies to join your team, trust you enough to join, on this journey, and then your products are paid for. And you're now earning money, and you're going to teach and train those people to do the same thing, to get their products for free, to get people to join the company, start making money. So yeah, I mean, that you just have to. There's ways around everything. There's an answer to pretty much anything.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's so important that we are holding our leaders accountable and saying, hey, are you getting with your downline? Are you talking to your customers? Are you talking to your team? Are you knowing, if they're not qualified by the 15th, you need to be messaging them and finding out why. I think way before that. If my team is not qualified in the first week or 2, I want to know why. Because for me, I mean, the 1 customer will qualify you for 90% of the time. So you have to not be working your business to not have a customer. There's just no way that I don't foresee, if you're working this business faithfully, how you can not have 100 PV. I buy 100 PV of my own products every month because I use the products. I'm a product of the product, so it's a no-brainer. So I want to know if my ambassadors, my downlines aren't qualifying. I need to know why they're not qualifying. Hey, what's going on? Are you having a struggle financially? Are you not having product results? What's going on, and why aren't you qualifying? Are you not posting on Facebook? Are you not talking to enough people? You want to troubleshoot your downline and say, hey, what's the problem? How can I help you become successful? And when we feed into the downline, when we encourage them and we are available to them and we pour into them, they will do the same to their team. They will want to bring other people into their organization because you've shown them that you care about them and they're important to you, and that you are giving them your time. And so they're going to be more apt to go, say, hey, I'm going to bring my best friend on, and I want her to join my team too, and I want you to help me train her. So it's so important to stay consistent as a leader and making sure you're doing your duty and your responsibilities towards your downline. It's what makes duplication. It's what helps us continue to grow and rank up. Have to take care of our downline. There's no way around it. Your downline is your everything. Everything. It's based on your productivity, your own personal productivity and growth, and your downline. And so you have to be maintaining your downline. It's the number 1 thing you need to be doing as a leader. Anybody else have any goals or anything they want to chat about? If not, I'm going to let you guys go and get ready for my team call. But make sure you have till the 20th. I want you guys to seriously think big goals, huge goals. Be excited when you're thinking about setting goals. Say, you know what? I'm gonna set the outrageous, crazy goal, and I'm gonna make this step. I'm gonna give 3 steps of action that I can take to reach one of those goals. And let's talk about it. Let's call me. Let's chat about it. If you're local, let's meet for coffee or whatever, and say, hey, I want to be senior gold. How this is what I want to do. It's crazy. I'm only silver. I want to be senior gold. So what do I need to do? And I can sit down and I can show you exactly what you need to do to get to senior gold. If you are Ruby and you want to go senior Ruby, if you're senior Ruby and you want Emerald, let's map out a plan for you to go Emerald. I don't care if you signed up yesterday, if you signed up today, you can have a goal to be in Kona, Hawaii. by July 31st. That is a huge goal, but let me tell you, it is absolutely doable. I was Emerald after 7 months of working this business consistently. 7 months of nose in the books, doing everything I could, work, 100%. 7 months later, I was an Emerald ambassador. So it is possible. It does take commitment. It does take dedication. You have to give some things up, but it is possible. So if that's your goal and you know that's what you want and that's your huge, big goal, then let's get together and let's map it out and let's sit down and decide what we need to do to get you to that goal, because it's possible. Anybody else have anything? All right, well, I'm gonna end the call and just say that I absolutely adore you guys. I'm so incredibly proud of my team, each and every one of you. I know sometimes talking about accountability and kind of laying, things out and just being straightforward, it's tough to hear, but sometimes it can make or break, it can make or break a season for an ambassador. They may say, you know what, I have been so stressed or so this and so that, and you're right. I need to get back consistent. I need to be accountable. And all of a sudden, they have huge momentum and growth in their business. It's just that someone needed to hold them accountable and kind of, bring them back to what they need to be doing and their responsibilities. So it's said with the most loving heart possible. And I am super proud of all of you. And I know that you guys are working really, really hard. I know that we faced a lot of obstacles in the last couple of months with the back office. There's still a lot of kinks to work out, but it is getting better. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Things are slowly starting to turn around. So be encouraged with that. Be excited for that. And I'm setting some huge goals for myself and some huge goals for my team for the upcoming year. And I have some really exciting things in the works. So I'm really looking forward to finishing the quarter super strong and going into the new year with on fire and just ready to go and building your dreams and getting you guys to your big goals. So you guys have a fantastic evening, and I will talk to you on the team call.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.